Well, hello there, my beautiful multi-dimensional humans. I'm RidersDX, and today we're going to talk about the really amazing review that we just got at San Diego Comic-Con, and also talk a little bit about what could we expect next in terms of characters. And so we're going to go over all that, so let's get started. So as I previously mentioned in my last couple of videos, Tony basically low-key confirmed that there was going to be some big reviews at San Diego Comic-Con this past Friday, and lo and behold there was, as we got 3 brand new reviewed fighters coming to MultiVersus. So these 3 fighters are Lebron James from Space Jam, and of course Rick and Morty from Rick and Morty. So this is pretty awesome. I'm really excited about Rick and Morty in particular. They're really awesome choices, but let's go do each character individually. So the first one is Lebron James, who's actually going to be coming this coming Tuesday when the open beta launches. And so LeBron is classified as a bruiser, and he's got a couple special moves that I've reviewed so far, which are buckets and L train. And so we got a gameplay trailer that reviewed LeBron, and you can see that he uses his basketball quite often, and it's basically an integral part of his moveset. He had one costume reviewed so far in the trailer, which was a cowboy costume, and so there's probably going to be some other costumes coming up in the future, but LeBron James definitely is a very interesting character choice. I will say, kind of surprised that we're not seeing his toon version here. This looks more like his realistic version here, so it's very interesting to see LeBron in his more realistic human form here, because he kind of fits in and doesn't fit in with the multiverse overall design aesthetic, but I like it anyway. There's other humans like him in this game, and they look kind of similar in terms of how a realistic human is supposed to fit into multiverses, and so I'm really excited to see how he plays out. He definitely looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. Can't wait to see what kind of moves he dishes out. So LeBron James is gonna be released as part of the preseason battle pass, but Rick and Morty are going to be released as part of season 1 of multiverses, and so we're gonna get Morty first on August 9th, and Morty is also classified as a bruiser, so that's gonna be interesting. I really have no idea what they're gonna do with Morty, because Rick and Morty as a show has so many outrageous things in there that it's just gonna be really interesting to see what exactly they pull from the show, because they literally could pull anything in terms of Morty and Rick's previous adventures and incorporate them into movesets. And so I'm really excited for Morty though. I wasn't really expecting him to be that character that was gonna be reviewed, but it makes total sense if they're gonna do these seasons, because well, Rick and Morty obviously fit together very well. They're from the same show, they're a dynamic duo. Makes sense to release them together as a package in season 1. However, they're not going to be released at the same time, as Rick is actually going to be coming later on within the season, and so Rick is classified as a mage/ranged fighter, which makes total sense. He's definitely going to be a big gadget gizmo kind of guy. It's going to be very interesting to see what kind of stuff they pull for him. Now, if you all have been paying attention to Twitter and such and seeing all the leaks, then Rick's entire moveset and basically entire fighting style has already been leaked, so you can find footage of Rick fighting and also all his different costumes and such. I'm not going to go into too much detail about that, because again, I'm scared of Warner Brothers. They've been taking down leaks like piranhas here, and so I'm not going to risk anything like that here. But if you're really interested, then you should know the sources to go and find that stuff anyway. But just know that Rick Sanchez looks absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see him come out, but it's going to be interesting to see when he actually comes out, because we don't know how long the seasons are going to last, and so it could be a couple months actually until we actually get Rick in the game, which would be disappointing, but at least he's finally coming, and it's going to be really great seeing him in action. So those are the 3 characters, but what I want to talk about next is who we could expect to come next after these guys. And so we have a couple hints as to what they could be. So there was this one person that was at the Comic-Con panel, and they heard someone ask about certain franchises being represented in multiverses, and so here's what they had to say. Shaggy Leak says, someone asked if Lego and Lord of the Rings and Gremlins, and they said big surprises were coming. So that's not really something that is very confirmatory in terms of what's coming next specifically, but the fact that they didn't say how Tony usually says oh, I would love to have them end, but we'll have to see. They didn't really say that with this question. They basically just said stay tuned, because big surprises were coming. And so that's gonna be really interesting. If you haven't been keeping up the leaks in terms of what characters have actually been leaked from the files, then I'm about to share with you a list of characters that have had some kind of leaked presence within MultiVersus files. And so if you don't want to be exposed to that, then turn away from this video right now. But in 3, 2, 1. And so MultiVersus leaks over here compiled a very useful and convenient list of all the characters that have been leaked in some form through MultiVersus files, whether it be voice lines, appearances in the files, being mentioned through other characters and such. And so this is the list of characters, and it basically goes like this: Raven from Teen Titans, Marvin the Martian from Looney Tunes, Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, Scooby-Doo, Static Shock, Joker, Craig of the Creek, Wicked Witch from Wizard of Oz, Gizmo, Hank Henshaw Child Cyborg Superman, who is just a skin, Poison Ivy, Daenerys from Game of Thrones, Black Adam for Shazam, 11 from Stranger Things, Beetlejuice, I'm pretty sure I mispronounced that because a lot of people dragged me for that in the previous video, but Godzilla, and then they said Lego Particle, so it possibly could be Emmett from the Lego movie. And so these are the characters that have been leaked in some form or manner from the actual files. There's obviously been even more characters that have been rumored based off of like insiders that we could trust, but these are the characters that actually appeared in the files. So we could probably expect one of these people to make it into the game after these three. And so let me know what characters from this list you want to see come up next. There's not really any hints as to who's going to be coming up next. I mean, we did see leaks of Gandalf back when the game was even being teased before it was officially announced. Like we saw screenshots of Gandalf from like scanned images and such, and so Gandalf could be the next one, but we really don't know, honestly. Scooby-Doo could be coming out in October because that would really fit in with Halloween, but there's a lot of characters that could fit in the same way, like Wicked Witch could fit in the same way as well, but we'll just have to wait and see. There's a lot of characters that could be coming next, but I think we could expect it to come from this crop of characters. So definitely let me know who you want to see next and who you think is going to be next. I would love to hear your theories as to why or why not, and just yeah, it's gonna be really exciting. I'm really excited to see who is coming next in general. I'm really excited to see how LeBron, Rick, and Morty play. It's gonna be really great, and MultiVersus just seems like it's gonna be such a great game to cover for the rest of the year, because it looks like updates are going to be coming to this game pretty regularly. So we can look forward to that, and just keep on playing. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you want to catch up on more MultiVersus news. I also plan to stream the game pretty regularly, and so if you want to play some matches with me, then definitely subscribe as well to stay up to date with that. But just yeah, thank you all so much. This is Riders, riding out.